What's going on, gamers? Welcome back to some more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. And today we have 2 million medieval knights and archers versus 3 lines of British redcoat muskets, totaling a grand total of 90,000 troopers. This should be a very exciting battle. If you guys are excited for it, please be sure to hit the like button. It helps me out a ton in the algorithm. We're shooting for 1K likes in the first 24 hours. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to reach 500K by the end of 2022. And comment down below what other Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 video ideas you guys have got for me. Alright guys, let's get it going. Alrighty then, gamers, pressing start right here, and the medieval knights should begin to move on forward here. The idea of this battle is that the different rows of muskets that are going to be firing out will keep the knights at bay, and then once the knights strike against the first row of muskets and actually reach them, then the second row will be able to then kill those knights and protect the first row. And then if those 2 rows fail, then the last row will do the same. That's sort of the idea of this type of line battle. I think it should be pretty epic. Alright, I have a feeling the muskets are going to start firing pretty soon here. I don't know exactly the range they've got, but I think it's decently far. They're kind of like rifles a bit. Here come the knights, just sort of sprinting. These guys must be out of breath, dude. They're hauling butt towards these guys for like many miles. Alright, let's see. There are 2 kills for the redcoats thus far, so somewhere along this line someone has fired, but let's see this opening volley from over here. Come on, baby, let's make it a good one. By the way, guys, I want to say thank you so much for all the support on these videos. There we go, the opening volley starts us out here, and we are already up to 100 dead medieval knights, making our way to 500 already. There we go. I mean, it's barely a dent in 2 million, but it's still something. There we go. They're already at 2,000. There we go, baby. They're doing it. They got 0.01% killed. That's something, I guess. We can see the medieval knights getting struck down here by volleys of redcoat fire. They're already up to 8,000 kills, but the medieval knights are actually making it to the redcoats here. Yeah, they are going to make contact with them fairly soon. They're still somewhat at bay here, but they will... Yep, there we go. They're starting to take swings, and I think we'll start seeing the first of the dead redcoat soldiers. And yes, we have 4 dead redcoats, but that is compared to 25,000 dead medieval knights. But as we can see, the second line is starting to open up fire now and take out more of these medieval knights. So the plan is sort of working here, where each line is almost a distraction for the next line back. The redcoats are about to reach 500 dead soldiers, but the medieval knights are about to reach 5,000 dead soldiers right here. I'm really curious as to who is going to win this. I kind of have my money on the redcoats, to be honest. I really, really do. I think they've got a solid chance here. I know it sounds weird, but I do think they have a solid chance at scoring the dubski against all these medieval knights. But what I was saying before was just thank you guys so much for all the support on the recent Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 videos. It seems like people are really digging them, and I'm super glad about that because I'm having a blast making them. This game has honestly reached top 5 games of 2022 for me, even top 3 right now. Yeah, I mean, it is a very solid game. I am enjoying myself thoroughly in it. So, you know, it's always nice when my viewers' interests line up with my own interests and we're able to all enjoy a game together. So that is pretty awesome. Look at this baller right here. He's chilling on top, firing away. By the way, I do think the redcoats do have some sort of melee combat ability, I think. Maybe? Oh, maybe not. Okay. Maybe that was a rumor. Someone commented that. They were like, oh, the ranged units actually do have melee abilities in this game. But I'm not seeing any sort of like swords being drawn or, you know, stocks being thrown at the enemy. So I don't know if that's entirely true. Either way, the medieval knights are closing the gaps around these different sections of the redcoats' fire and really making sure that they're attacking on all of the lines. Right here where the Great Pyramid was, there is a gap of redcoats that are just getting free fire out, but the medieval knights are slowly kind of encroaching on their areas around here and getting closer and closer to attacking these guys down middle. But it's good to have some redcoats in the front line free because it'll make it take longer for the medieval knights to kill them. And actually over here on the far left side of the battlefield, these medieval knights have been completely able to kill all of the these redcoats have been able to kill all of the medieval knights that have been coming for them, which is pretty impressive. Medieval knights are about to lose 200,000 soldiers. Redcoats have lost about 8,000. So while I was sort of flying over the battlefield, I noticed over on this far right flank over here, we have some major problems. Can you see that? I know it's a little bit foggy on the battlefield right now, but it looks like tons of medieval soldiers have just been coming around the flanks, which is something I hadn't really considered in this battle as a problem, but it definitely is now that I think about it. Also, the center line is starting to get overwhelmed. There's only about 3 or 4 lines of soldiers left alive in the front here. They're starting to get cut up by medieval knights, and actually the medieval knights are about to make a breakthrough, so let's try and see that as it happens here. Yeah, they're cutting down a lot of these redcoats, and then I think they'll be moving towards the second line here. The second line still getting a lot of fire out. I mean, look at this. The second line is just pelting them with fire, so that's good to see that the second line is still alive. But there we go, breakthrough over that way of medieval knights. More breakthroughs coming through over this way too. These redcoats trying their best to fight them off as much as they can, but I mean, reloading when you got a sword in your face, it's not exactly the easiest thing, and when you're covered in blood, it doesn't work out either. So either way, the medieval knights do start sprinting towards the next line here. And the front line, or at least this part of the front line, there's still some surviving. Oh, there's lots surviving over there in the front line on the far left side. But this middle side is definitely down for the count here. Now medieval knights are starting to charge the second line here, and the third line actually begins to open up on this hillside, firing downward. So definitely the tiered lines are working out for the redcoats. They're definitely doing a pretty good job of like suppressing the next line's fire. God, look at all the dead soldiers here. It's literally a hill that they have to charge over to get to the next line. But even with this type of powerful fire coming from the redcoats and the tiered line ability, they're still losing a solid amount of troopers. They're about to lose 21,000 soldiers. Meanwhile, the medieval knights have lost 411,000 soldiers. Yeah, we can see on the flanks over here, these guys are just slowly getting encroached upon. Not good at all. Look at this. The medieval knights just totally swarmed around the flanks and are sucking through this side. Yeah, the right side of the battlefield not going too great for the redcoats, but you can see the left side is actually doing pretty decently. Actually, I do wonder if the left side is doing so well because of the city here. I think the medieval knights have to sort of almost navigate the city, which takes them a bit of time, and then they can really only trickle in to attack the redcoats line over here, which is resulting in the redcoats being able to slaughter them before they even get very close. So that might be why this left side is doing so well compared to the right side over there. Also, they have these gaps from the pyramid and these rocks and things like that that's allowing them to have sections that are free firing without getting attacked at all, like these guys right here. They don't have any dead bodies in front of them. Well, a couple, but not that many. And they can just free fire towards their sides and take out medieval knights over there. Also, on this side of the battlefield, flanking doesn't really seem to be as major of a problem over here. Yes, there are some medieval knights that are flanking pretty decently, but the second line is able to wipe them out pretty good. Whereas on the other side of the battlefield, the medieval knights are definitely winning by a large margin, especially due to flanking. I am starting to worry a little bit about the middle here, because if this falls, then the redcoats are going to be defending their final line here, and then once that gets crippled, then the medieval knights can start to flank around the back. But the redcoats in the middle right here, they're very thin. They're very, very thin in terms of numbers of troopers now in their line formation here, and the medieval knights are just about to break through. And we're only at 637,000 kills for the redcoats. That's a lot of kills, but compared to 2 million soldiers, it's not even halfway there. Oh yeah, we're getting breakthroughs over this way now. Oh no. So the redcoats really got to start stepping it up, man, if they want to win this thing overall. Because it's not looking too hot right now, I have to say. If they have to rely on the left side to hold off a flanking right side in its entirety, then I'm super duper worried here. Then I'm really, really worried. I do want to go look for some of those archer units. Oh, here they are. Yeah, the archers just seem to be in the way, way back here. I wonder if they're even close enough to take shots. They might not be. These archers are just kind of chilling. They're not really doing anything. But I suppose they'll get involved at some point. Oh, here we have a breakthrough. Medieval knights charging the second line. Oh, this looks epic. Let's go! Look at this! Oh, they are clashing. They're getting in there. The redcoats couldn't really hold them back very well. They got a few kills there, but not nearly as many as they needed to stem this tide. And look on the flank over here, they're still just continuously going in on these redcoats. Look at this. We're going to see them get closer and closer towards the camera as they continue to spread out across the flank line here. By the way, my dog is scratching at something in the background. That's what that sound is. Sorry about that. But we do have 700,000 kills for the Redcoats. And they've lost 42,000 soldiers. They're almost halfway through their 90,000 soldiers, which is not great, of course, that's pretty bad. And they haven't killed half of the medieval knights, but the left side's still holding. There's that. I guess that's good. I don't know. I really want the Redcoats to win, man. I'm living in denial. I think they might lose, though. Oh, God. Hopefully there's some believers in chat who are with me on the Redcoats. Oh, I don't want the medieval knights to win. I want the Redcoats to come out victorious, but look at them. They're just getting stabbed. They're just getting covered in each other's blood. This is not going well at all, dude. Oh, the medieval knights and their treachery towards the great British Empire. It's starting to look really bad, even on the far left side over here, because the side on the right over this way ended up getting breached. A lot of these Redcoats that were defending over this way have now been slain by the medieval knights as well, and the medieval knights are actually starting to close in on these ranks over here because of that too. So it's basically a chain reaction of bad things happening for the Redcoats here. They're about to crest over 1 million kills, which is good, but it's still only halfway to victory. The medieval knights are not slowing down on their assaults here. They're continuing to gun it forward. I really thought maybe the gunpowder era would be able to defeat 2 million medieval knights when considerably overwhelmed, especially with their strategy of tiered back defenses. But now I'm starting to doubt. I'm definitely a doubter. I want to be a believer, but I'm a doubter, man. At least we still have this strong, you know, second and third line in the far left. At least there's that, I say, while in denial completely. Oh, come on. Medieval knights have killed 2/3 of the Redcoats. 2/3, and they haven't even lost half. Bro. Well, there's always a possibility. There's always a way, man. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, they're charging in still. It is really cool to see, though, like the full charge of the medieval knights into the Redcoats as the Redcoats are desperately trying to fight them back with gunpowder. It's pretty sick to watch, dude. I could watch this all day, man. This far left side has now officially lost its front line, and now the medieval knights are booking it towards the second line, and they are reaching it a lot better than they were reaching the front line. Yeah, they're definitely getting there a lot easier. And then over here, ooh, looks like, yeah, we have another breakthrough over this way. There's a few Redcoats over here actually still holding out, and hopefully they can hold out for a little bit so these guys can continue to get some shots into these medieval knights. But yeah, it looks like over this way we are going to have some connection here. Luckily, the third line is firing in as well at these medieval knights, which is resulting in double the kills. And we are actually about to cross into that 1 million kills mark for the Redcoats. Here we go. Yay! 1 million kills. That's about halfway done. Let's go. Okay. But they only have about less than 20,000 soldiers left themselves. This is the big scary thing. This storm that's up brewing over here. All these medieval knights over here. If it was just these guys over this way, the Redcoats could handle them. But there's all these guys that are coming into the flanks right now and about to cause some actual pandemonium. And that's very not good. So, you know, they've got 1 million kills. I think that's very impressive, but the odds of them getting another million are slim to none, considering it took them this long to get the first million. So I suppose it's just how many more kills can the Redcoats get before their hopes and dreams are extinguished here. Yeah, I'm thinking this is probably going to be the end of this battle pretty soon here. The second line is deteriorating horribly. The back line here is probably going to be getting hit pretty soon. I mean, they're at 1.1 million kills. I think that's far better than I initially anticipated. Well, not initially. I actually thought they were going to win from the very beginning. But, you know, towards the middle, I was like, okay, you know, maybe this is not going to be very good. And now I think they kind of clutched it up a little bit, but of course not enough to actually get the win here. So they've only got about 10,000 soldiers left. They're continuing their fire. They're going to continue to try, at the very least. Medieval knights have about 900,000 soldiers left, which is obviously a lot more. Many more. Oh, let's see these charges over here. Honestly, the far right for the Redcoats still doing really, really well. I mean, look at this. They've killed a lot of these medieval knights, and they're not even able to get a foothold. Oh! The archers are firing. That's what those little bows are doing. Look at these gamers. That's probably why the Redcoats started to lose a little bit faster, as the Archers finally made it to a point in the line where they were able to get shots off. Although a lot of the shots going very, very wide. Like, very wide here. They're pretty bad shots, actually. These Archers are horrible shots. Look at all the shots that are missing. What do they do? Are they even hitting any Redcoats? A couple are getting hit, I guess. They are terrible shots, though. The Archers suck, dude. The Archers are straight up terrible. Hoodoo. Oh, look at this hill of bodies. Wow. Holy, it's almost as big as the pyramids over there. Okay, not really. But that's a lot of dead medieval knights. That's a heck of a lot of dead boys right there. Oh, this charge, though, is so good. It's so good. More medieval knights, though. Slowly encroaching. Not good. I think it would be kind of cool to do a time lapse of the very end of this battle here. So I'm going to point the camera, I think, just about like this, and do a time lapse of the very last line here going down. Right now we're at 1.15 million kills for the Redcoats and 85,000 kills for the medieval knights. Cue the time lapse. And that's the end of the battle there. The medieval knights did manage to get the dubski. The Redcoats did manage 1.16 million kills. I think that's pretty admirable. But at the end of the day, the strategy just didn't work out. You know, maybe, well, definitely if we doubled the number of Redcoats and made it 200,000, they would have gotten the win. But you know, with 90,000, they just weren't able to get it. It was close, though. Okay, it wasn't that close, but still, it was fun at the very least. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this. I know I did, and thank you guys for all the support on recent videos. Truly, truly awesome. So, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you want to see some more. Alright guys, see y'all in the next one. Peace! I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.